It's got to be something that addresses the needs of the people in our community. A lot of times when we do green work, there's this expectation that somebody's going to come in from the outside and do the work and set it up, and then the community is going to take responsibility for whatever the improvements are after a year or two. And why would the community do that when there's no buy-in, when they don't have any sense of ownership?
Community-based organizations exist to ensure the voice of the community is part of everything that goes on in the community. People have looked at the community as, well, we don't need to talk to them. They don't have the knowledge to make a decision. We want that paradigm to change. We want to be at the forefront.
The goal of the partnership is to work with community-based organizations across the nation who are wrestling with urgent environmental issues. In this case, we're working with water equity and energy equity to allow them to become better leaders and shapers of these projects and initiatives for the people that they serve.
When we partnered up with ISC, that gave us the opportunity to turn our community centers into resiliency hubs. So by putting solar power, panels on the roof and battery backups, our community centers will now be a resource if the grids go down.
We administer mini grants, and actually are funded by ISC to administer mini grants so that people can do it themselves. This partnership has really helped elevate our status in the city. We now have some level of influence with local partners simply because we have a relationship with ISC. By empowering us, you're empowering the residents that we serve.
One huge thing that makes this approach different from other approaches is that our funding is not simply a grant. It's a really wraparound services where we provide strategic and technical assistance. We have convenings and prayer learning. They have access to our full ISC network. We've involved them in conferences and publications and ideas related to the challenges they face.
We've applied for grants before, but we never actually worked so closely with organization that's providing the grants, and inviting different communities and different organizations just to bounce ideas off of that are really just aligned with the same thing that we are is awesome.
It has also allowed us to take a look at resiliency overall, how our communities are surviving, how they're thriving, and how we contribute to that.
It's asking us to push beyond what we think, where we might stop.
The goal was to set up a footprint so that we create a couple of foot soldiers that then take this mission and this model and they pass it on and it flows into the whole community.
We have a chance to affect change and impact the way that decisions are made that can affect the city of Pittsburgh and change how people look at making those decisions. We look at neighborhood development, neighborhood being a part of all development and all change within that community, and that starts with the resident. It's such an opportunity for monumental change.